And with us today is one of my mentors. I met Mr. John Murphy back in the late 1990s, back in Edmonton. I learned many, many great lessons throughout the last 25 years with John, and I want to say thank you, John, for joining us today in the Zoom call.
Thanks, Darren and Spencer. It's an honor to be on.
So I want to tell a quick story just to give everybody an idea of John's character. The first full-time 100% commission sales job was with a company called International Properties Group. John was one of three partners, and the other partners were nice, but they really never had time for anybody. They were, they were owners, obviously, the other two I'm talking about, and they were nice. But John is such a down-to-earth guy. He would talk to every employee, and he would help me if I needed help. And eventually, he gave me some really great responsibilities. So it was a large company. We did a tremendous amount of transactions, thousands of properties a year, I believe they would purchase and we would resell. And John was the kind of guy that didn't even have an office, if I remember correctly. John just had like a cubicle, and you would never know he was an owner, but he was always very down to earth. And again, completely different than the other two partners. So after the International Properties Group company experience was over for both of us, I started my seminar business up in Canada with Rich Dad Poor Dad. And whenever I would ask John to come to Edmonton to speak or whatever city, he'd always say yes. He'd always support me. And John, I don't know if you remember, there was the one time at Norquest College. It was in the winter. It was a very small event, but again, he always supported me. And I just want to say publicly, he's a great, great guy, and we're happy to have him on the team here with Freedom Investment Club Mexico as well. So, John, do you remember that trip?
I do, Darren. And I'll just say that going back to the beginning, that the feeling was mutual. When talking about sales, it's common knowledge that people buy from someone that they like and they trust. And going back, I don't know how many years it was, Darren, 25. It was a matter of, we had a very large sales staff across the country, and we were doing a project in Edmonton. And amongst a whole team of salespeople, that could have been available to do a specific item on the project. Darren was an incredibly likable guy. He had integrity, and his attitude was incredibly positive. His go-to response was, "Sure, I'll do that."